Hello and welcome to Sports by Compion Midwest Rugby Edition. It's back, George. That's right. And I am here, joined by my co-host for these type of things, for the rugby things in general, the guy with the ginger beard, Mr. George McHattie to the house. How are you, George?
Good, mate. Good. Rush to get back in time and shower and look pretty for the girls.
We appreciate it. We do have all of the Oconomowoc women are gracious enough to join Sports by Compion. It's just great. They're all here. They just put in an excellent practice, and they're joined us by Sports by Compion. Club's president, Miss Tasia, is here to talk us through the whole process about how this beautiful team works.
Whole process.
Very excited stuff, George. How are you today?
What was that? Sorry, you broke up.
I am very excited to talk to George. Doing good. We just had a fun practice before our season really kicks off next week, so we're really excited and can't wait for fall rugby.
Absolutely, that's exciting stuff. How many of you guys have at practice?
10.
Good numbers. Good stuff.
That is good numbers.
Absolutely. No, I don't mean that in a fantastic way. For sure. No, it's important and like getting those type of numbers out there, you can actually work on stuff.
Yes.
So, are you guys in Division 2 or what division do you fall under?
Division 2. Yep.
Division 2.
Yeah.
Now let's go to our first player introduction here. We see her in the background. Miss Amanda's here. Horfest champion, I might add. That's
Horfest
right.
champions.
That's right. Amanda, we're happy you're joining us here. How are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
Oh, splendid. We're just super happy to have you. Amanda, what position do you normally play for the Oconomowoc Rugby?
It's a great question. I'm a lovely pack member, so I kind of go in between prop and lock and dropping it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you mix it up. Which position do you like best?
Definitely locking. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
Yes.
lock's a good time. Been there a couple times. George, you know about the lock life, right?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Been rooted there for probably about 10 years now, consistently.
Oh, wow.
Wow. My year.
That's pretty exciting stuff. Amanda, how long have you been playing rugby now?
Since 2010, so 14 years, I guess, technically.
Wow, that's quite a lengthy career. Awesome.
It's something.
What drew you into it? What kind of got you going into rugby?
Well, I was in college and one of my friends was like, I think I want to go try out for this team. And I was like, I don't know about that. And then I got dragged along and I loved it ever since. It was so much fun.
Awesome. Let's go back to Tasia here. So Tasia, you seem to be the friend who may or may not have dragged Amanda to this first practice. Is this correct?
I actually did not bring her to the first practice. Drink her to the first practice. Yikes. But we did meet at Whitewater when we started playing rugby, and obviously we're still friends now. So I think that goes to show like just what rugby means to a lot of us.
Absolutely, you do form some very lifelong friendships. So you guys all a lot of you met there at Whitewater, and then sort of, how long has Oconomowoc been around as far as the women's side? You know, like as a flourishing.
Cassie, do you know? Cassie's been here longer.
2016.
Okay.
2016.
2016. Can we meet Cassie over there? Is just
Come on, Cassie. You gotta come out of the dark. You gotta come out of the dark, though.
Come into the light, Cassie. Hello, Cassie. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Sports by Compion. We're happy you joined us.
Thank you.
So are you one of the first ones out there at Oconomowoc? Kind of got the whole thing kicked off.
It wasn't me. It was Mac and Snooky who revived it. It was around in like 2012, 2013, and then it went away for a bit, and then it came back around 2016, 17, and we didn't get into a league until 2019, so we've been growing ever since.
Right in time for COVID to hit.
Right. We had one season in, and then we had COVID.
Oh, beautiful. That's always helpful. So what kind of drew you to the sport? When did you start playing?
In college, up in the UP, there wasn't much to do around there. And we got 3 other girls on the team that started in northern Michigan as well.
Okay. Nice. So what position do you play?
I'm a 9. Chubby 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, you know the game. You know how to get around enough. We got a bigger 9. He makes it work.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Frank. That's cool. So tell us about your guys' season coming up here. Tell us about you guys' season coming up here in the fall. Who do you guys play next week?
We're not kicking off till September, and we have 3 away games right out of the back. They're all going to be tough. We go down to Palmer for a game in Iowa, Amazons, who's always tough, and the Madison women's team is tough. And then we have 3 home games in October. We take on 2 Chicago teams, and who's our final team? Oh, another Minnesota team.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, the driving.
That's a serious amount of driving.
Yes, women have to drive a little bit more. We don't have as many teams around, so a 4-hour. So we're happy when we have Madison as an away game where we're traveling an hour as opposed to 3 or 4 hours.
No, very understandable. We've certainly been trying our best to support the Ravens down here, but yeah, our women are still trying to get to that 10 number of practice, right? You know what I'm saying, George?
We love the Ravens. They have helped us out quite a bit, and we always like a friendly in the spring with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Ravens women's need to sort of figure their shit out.
They just need more numbers. The women there are doing a great job. Anyway, Kathy, that's exciting stuff. We do wish you the best with that. Can we talk to Kayla? I know she's wandering around there, doesn't want to get on camera, but she's part of the reason we're all here. Hi, Kayla.
Hi. I fucking hate this. I'm so glad it's dark.
We're so happy that you're here joining Sports by Coffee. And Kayla is the reason that we're all here tonight, making this podcast happen. We really appreciate you getting all the women on. We didn't quite expect quite the turnout. We're very happy about it, though. So tell us, how long have you been playing now for Oconomowoc?
For Oconomowoc, this will be my 3rd year, but I've been playing total for 17 years.
17
Wow.
years of rugby.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And I also went to college with Cassie at NMU, so that's where we met. And that's what brought me to Ocon.
Gotcha. So it's kind of like these friendships in rugby. Girls just sort of like, hey, where are you at now? We got to come over here. We're doing a new team. We need some people. Yeah. That's very cool. Now, I remember we had previous, off air, obviously, about the youth that you're building up there. I know you guys have some very good, prosperous programs, and, you're coaching some of them, right?
Yeah, I coach for Hamilton High School.
Cool. Is that one of many league teams there in Wisconsin or that area?
Yeah, I think there's 8 high school teams now, maybe 10. I know they just added 2 more teams, so I don't know if it added to 8 or added to 10.
That's huge. That's
massive.
That's really
There's
cool.
more women's high school tees than there are men's high school teams. Boys.
Interesting. Did you guys have a lot? Go ahead, George. I'm sorry.
No, I was just congratulating them. We've been trying tooth and nail to get high school programs started in Rockford, and it's a fight. When you're competing against American football and other crappy sports like that, it's very difficult.
So the thing with Wisconsin high school boys rugby is it's actually in the spring, so that it doesn't compete with football.
Okay.
Where for 15s, and I think their 7th season is in the summer, but for girls 15s is fall, but boys is in the spring.
Gotcha. That does help a lot. Did you guys have a lot to do with sort of the 8 teams propping up? Do they kind of do it by themselves, sort of a combination?
I think, like Mac and Snooky from Ocon, that like some of the originals, they have started. I think they started at Hamilton when it started. So they've helped build that program. As far as like the whole state goes, I think it's just a conglomerate of everybody, but Tasha might know a little better.
Some of our old girls from Whitewater. So Whitewater had a pretty big base for. I'm sorry, it's so dark. Pretty big base
fault.
For rugby, women's rugby, and they spread out in cheer. And Steve-O from Whitewater, they grew a team in Muskego, and then that was taken over by. Well, originally I think Snooky.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they transferred to Hamilton and grew that one as well. And then we have Betsy, who was part of kind of Ocon, and she's doing another girls high school team. So like there's a lot of connections to our Ocon team with a lot of girls teams. And then we have 2 connecting
boys teams in Elkhorn and Lake Country that have
Wow.
connections to Ocon as well.
That's awesome. You guys have been busy.
It seems like the Wisconsin's doing something right with rugby. You know, they're so much further ahead on the curve than we are. You know, I don't necessarily know what Chicago's like, but I know outside of Chicago's like. It's pretty.
Yeah.
And just so Sports by Compian fans know, it's absolutely my fault. It's getting so dark over there for the poor Oconomowoc women. We were supposed to start a half hour ago, and we were held at practice by gunpoint. It wasn't quite our fault, but it is my fault mostly.
It's okay.
Ladies, take it in the pocket.
We figured it out.
Yeah, this looks awesome. Excellent. Good stuff.
I'm trying to good. You're good.
You know, honestly, neither of you ladies told us what position you play.
I generally have to play prop, but
Okay.
I would love to play 8-man if ever we get enough people that I can do that.
And I'm a fly half.
Okay. All right. Are you going to be playing this fall? The question some people, your fans have all been wondering, Kayla. We know you're a little banged up.
We'll see how the first game goes. I am signed up to play the first game, so
There we go.
I've
All right.
been practicing, but I don't know how my knee will hold up. So we can only hope.
All right.
Yeah.
And so sorry, go ahead.
I would just say we hope. We also hope. Yeah.
We all have hope in our heart, and that's all you can really do. Hey, so what's a player or a couple players you guys are really excited about? Maybe a returning veteran, you know, maybe some a new rookie, second year person you're really, you know, kicking it on.
I think the one that comes to mind for me is Hannah. She's been I think this is her third year for fall, and she came in like any of us, not knowing what rugby was and
Sure.
not playing it before and everything like that. And I think she really, so we played Palmer at Memorial 10s, and right then and like always growing, but right then and there she said to me, she's like, this game's got me hyped. Like, I am ready for fall. I'm gonna be tackling and I'm gonna be doing all these things. So like it was just fun to see her like have that excitement and everything in that moment. Even I feel like even
Absolutely.
extra. So yeah, that's my pick for like new and incoming.
What
I would
position
say-
does Hannah play?
She's
She's
kind
been
of
locking a lot.
yeah,
so-
she's kind of been a little all over the place. I would say locking. She did a little propping for our 7s and 10s.
She wants
Flank.
to join the back line.
She does want to join the back
Who doesn't?
line. She's excited about the running part, and I'm like, you don't want
I
that.
was about to say, don't we all want to join the back line?
We all do. Who doesn't?
No. No, we
Maybe
don't.
not everyone. Maybe not everyone.
What's yours, Kayla?
I would just say like all of our new incoming players, it seems like we have 3 or 4 that are looking to join this fall, and we have a girl that played at Eau Claire, so she's joining us this fall, we think. She's a pretty decent player, very confident. So I think just with our amount of numbers that we'll have and people willing to learn is going to be phenomenal for Ocon.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So bringing it back a little off topic, but also important. You ladies have made quite the impression on Horfest. Apparently, the Oconomowoc women are quite they just have the best party apparently, as I understand it.
Yes.
They provide the best Horfest. How long have you guys been coming? What are some of the traditions that you break out when you're at the best tournament in the Midwest?
I've been going since 2009.
Nice.
And there's a couple again of old girls that were going before that from Whitewater as well. So like one of our two of our traditions are the apple pie.
Okay.
And then
I had one myself. I had my first apple pie. This,
perfect. Was it delicious?
It was quite nice. Yeah.
I made it.
I made it.
And then we do the peppermint patties. And then Amanda Hayes is our theme guru over here.
Yes, more recently we've been picking themes every year. So we know that a Horfest puts out a theme, but we kind of do our own theme, and then we go all out with decorations and props and outfits and all of that just to kind of take it to the next level. So
Cool.
you never
What'd you guys go
know
with this-
what the theme's going to be.
What was the theme this last year? I'm not sure I fully picked it up.
Last year was Jersey Shore, just this past
This
summer.
past one.
Okay.
So that was a good time. The year before that, it was jungle, getting wild was
Yep.
like the motto. And the one before that was a Flamingo Lounge, and that's kind of where it all started.
where it
We
all
went out
started.
a little crazy, and now we can't go back.
Can't go
So.
back.
Nice. George, do you have any questions for the Oconomowoc ladies?
With the USA winning that bronze medal in the Olympics,
Yes.
have you guys seen any newer players show up to practice or any more interest on social media stuff?
I'd say more interest for sure.
Oh yeah, I think after that we definitely I've had an email or two from some people interested. Kayla's gotten some. She's hiding in the back still.
Some Instagram messages to
In the DMs.
Inquiring.
In the DMs.
Yep. And actually we had a promotional video just come out today for the Ocon women's rugby as well. So I think that's just adding to the hype of women's rugby in general and everything like that. And we're hoping we can kind of just keep launching from here because, well, we all love the sport. Obviously, Amanda Hayes has played for 14 years. I played for 15. Kayla's 16, like 17. My pardon.
Nice.
So like
That's a long time.
we hope we can.
There on your body.
It is a lot of wear and tear. Each of us are like, we need younger people, newer people to come in so that we
Absolutely.
can retire or at least be like
Yes.
blood subs, you know?
Yep. I would love to be like a 20-minute player. That'd be so cool.
Oh my God. Seriously.
That'd be great. Anyway, that's very cool. So it has been a huge boost ever since they won that World Cup. So glad to hear you guys are kind of taking advantage of it. This video is going to be coming out in the next couple of days. Can they find this promotional video of yours on your website / your Facebook?
It's on our Facebook, our Instagram, and it'll be going up on TikTok as well. And then we will have it on our website too. It's going to be everywhere. We're going to put it on a billboard.
Area.
We're going to put it on a billboard.
What are your social media handles so the millions of fans can
We have so many subscribers here at Sports.
Oh yeah. So our website is orfc.com. And then Kayla can tell you all of our other things because she's our social media lady.
Get Kayla back in here. Let's go.
Yeah. So our Instagram is Ocon Rugby, and us as well as our Instagram is OWRFC Rugby, and then our TikTok is Ocon Rugby, and then Facebook is just Oconomowoc Rugby. No, it's Rugby Football Club because it's the main page.
We also have a women's page.
I think it's just a fan page.
Yeah.
And then Oconomowoc Women's fan page. We have a fan page too. So
sweet. Good times. We do have some closing questions, but before we do that, is there anyone still hiding back there in the dark?
No, they all left because of the mosquitoes.
Fair enough. Totally understand.
So do you see them moving?
Yeah.
I really appreciate you girls hanging in the pocket with us. George, any final questions for the ladies here?
No, just happy to have you on. Happy to grow women's rugby. You know, we all know I've got a wife that's a women's rugby player who would have been so much better to be on this podcast instead of me.
She is
right, George.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
She is more pretty than you, George.
But no, let's try to grow in the sport, you know, and try our hardest.
I think for us, again, if you watch the promotional video, it's a lot about like the people who come together. Like rugby is like so many different people. It's a lot of good people that have a lot of fun together. We get to be aggressive. We get to have fun. We get to drink. We get to do whatever we want. And then keep doing that for as long as our bodies hold out.
Absolutely.
Now, you could answer the question for Stephen and I. We actually had this question a couple weeks ago. Is women's rugby in high school, is it one of the few full contact sports that women can actually play?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, because hockey and field hockey, they cannot physically hit.
Nope.
So.
They can barely bump. Yeah.
Huh.
So I would say really only rugby.
Lacrosse, though.
Lacrosse.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of. They can't with the stick in lacrosse, but.
And much to the dismay of many, the lingerie league went under. Tragic. But anyway, so listen, any final closing statements from the Oconomowoc ladies? We really appreciate you guys sticking in the pocket, eating the mosquito bites, you know, anything you want to say to the Grand Oconomowoc area in general, who may be tuned into this video? We got Sports by Company fans everywhere, right, George?
Yes, sir. Millions.
Yeah.
Millions.
Millions. I would just say, you know, unlike other, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's other women's teams in this area, and if you want to, different things you want, you'll go to those teams. But Ocon is the one place that you know that you are going to find somebody who's going to support you on the field and off the field. And like I've known Amanda Hayes, you know, a lot of my life. We hang out all the time for anything we need. Hannah's again new to this, but I celebrated my birthday last weekend, and like she came and celebrated. Like people from other teams came and celebrated. So like Ocon is the one that you know that if you're going to come here or we're going to go to you, you're going to have a good time. And if you choose not to have a good time, that's on you. That's not on Ocon. So
Fair enough.
fair enough.
Love that.
And so,
Love that.
So like fun, competitive, we're going to do it all, and we're going to keep doing us because that's who we are. That's who Ocon Rugby is.
Great message. Absolutely beautiful. If you are in the Grand area of Oconomowoc, go play some rugby.
Yes. We do have a men's team.
There's
Shout
a men's
out.
team as well.
Come hang out.
The men's team. Shout out Big Red. He's got a phenomenal beard. He's a stud. You'll love to hear it. Absolutely. Oconomowoc in general, guys, if you're in the area, go play some rugby. It's a great time.
Yes.
The sport's growing. Be a part of it.
That's right. Let's go.
Thank you so much for being on. And yeah.
Thanks for having us. This has been great. We really appreciate it.
Thank
This
you.
is awesome.
Absolutely. Sports by Compian out.